everybody, welcome back, pigeons and explorers. Now it's time, we're in my kitchen. I've moved from my setup classroom to my kitchen because it's cooking time. Here is the recipe that's in your packets. And hopefully you've had a minute to get all your ingredients ready for this fun mug cake. So basically, I'm gonna use my awesome mug here. It says life is good because life is good. And it's Hello Sunshine. It's one of my favorite mugs. So we're gonna make a little tiny cake in this mug. Okay, the first thing to do says to get 2 tablespoons of butter. Using a knife is something that your parents need to help you with. If you look at the stick of butter, it's counted out for you 2 tablespoons. So I am going to get my 2 tablespoons ready for the cooking. I'm gonna just measure them out right now. Let's put that right there. I need 1/4 of a cup of flour. Here is my measuring cup, 1/4 of a cup. And here is my flour. All right, let me get my 1/4 of a cup ready. Now when you're cooking, this is not 1/4, that's more than 1/4. So it is important when you're cooking to level it off flat, like I just did, to get it perfect. Because cooking is like science. And if you don't have it measured out correctly, things can go really bad. Okay, there's my flour. Now I need 1 large egg yolk, okay? Here's my egg. All I need is the yolk, which is the yellow part of the egg. Just remember something. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, and your parents are probably gonna have to help you with this, I'm gonna crack the egg and open it up, okay? Now, I'm gonna let the white part of the egg fall out. I'm gonna come to this side, let the white part of the egg fall out, and now plop, there's my egg yolk. This we don't need. I am now gonna wash my hands, which by the way, I did wash my hands before I started cooking, forgot to tell you that. But now that I have yucky egg on them, it's important to wash them. Come over here to my messy sink, get my soap, wash the fronts, the backs, the insides, wash, 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 wash. Tap them off. Find my towel, you don't have to follow me around the kitchen. And now we're ready to go. All right, the next thing on our list is 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is 1 teaspoon, the smaller one, and the big one is a tablespoon, okay? We need 2 tablespoons of sugar. Again, you have to make sure it's leveled off, just like with the flour. 1 tablespoon. And this sugar is important, isn't it, friends? This is what makes our cake sweet and delicious. 2 tablespoons. Okay, next on our list is 1 tablespoon of milk. And we can combine these in a bowl because you add all of those ingredients to your butter and mix it up anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my 1 tablespoon of milk. Not too much, that's too little, and we wanna get it just right. And now we're gonna dump it in. Okay, the next thing on our list is vanilla extract. This makes our cake taste like a vanilla cake. It's delicious. It's not delicious if you taste it by itself. It's good for cooking. So we need 1 teaspoon, which is the smaller spoon, of vanilla. Again, you fill it to the rim, and we're gonna dump. Okay, the last thing on our ingredients is 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda powder. Whoops, I spilled my vanilla, that's okay. All right, this, when I'm reading it, says 1/4 of a teaspoon. It's just a teeny little bit, and this is baking powder. This is what helps our cake to rise and become cake. They have this little thing here for you to make sure that you can level it just perfect. Okay, the next thing it says is additional toppings. Those are for later. You don't have to have toppings. You can if you want. I have some whipped cream and some sprinkles. And remember, it's Pigeon's birthday. So I've got pigeon blue sprinkles and a pigeon blue candle. Okay. The first thing we do is place the butter into a 12-ounce coffee mug. I'm going to get my butter, I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to heat it up in my microwave until it melts. The directions say 30 to 45 seconds until it's melted. So I set it for a minute, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm waiting patiently. This is a sign we use all the time at school. And sometimes we have to be patient. Okay, it's been about 30 seconds. Let me check it. Not quite melted. You can still see there's some chunks. So let's put it in for a little bit longer. Probably good. It's not a lot of butter. Oh, yes. Perfect. There is our melted butter. Okay. Now, after the butter is melted in the mugs, we add all the remaining ingredients. Okay? So we're going to put in our egg yolk. We are going to add all of this stuff that we mixed in this bowl, the vanilla, the sugar, the milk. What else was in there, Miss McKenna? The baking powder.
Did you do flour?
You're right. We haven't done the flour because it's right here. Boom. Oh, no. That's okay. Cooking's fun. Cooking's messy. Now it says to mix well with a fork. So I'm gonna stir it around. McKenna's gonna get in there real good. Mixing well with a fork. Ooh, it's looking like cake batter. You just make sure you scrape all the sides and get everything mixed up. Okay, I think we are all set. Get every last bit of cake batter we can get. All right, now our mug goes in the microwave for 60 to 90 seconds. We don't want to overcook the cake, but we also don't want to undercook it and have it be raw. So I'm going to put it in for about 60 seconds, which, by the way, is 1 minute. There is 60 seconds in 1 minute, and we'll see how it looks, okay? 6-0 start. There we go. Okay, now, while that's cooking, it says that we have to cook it until the cake pulls away from the sides and the top is dry. So what that means is the cake batter will cook. It'll get a little bigger while it cooks, and it will pull away from the sides. You'll be able to see a little bit of a gap there. That's what that means, to pull away from the sides. And the top needs to be dry, which means it can't be mushy and battery, because that would not make for yummy cake, okay? So that's cooking. Like I said, when this is done, you can add whatever toppings you want. You could add some ice cream, you could add whipped cream, you can add chocolate chip, M&Ms, sprinkles, whatever you have in your house that sounds good to you. Some people might want it plain. I tested one yesterday, I made it at home, and it was plain and it was delicious. Something that is important, when the bell rings, you do not grab and eat your cake right away. We have to let it cool. Let's see what it looks like after a minute. Has it pulled away from the sides? Not really, and it looks a little wet. I'm gonna cook it for about 15 more seconds. That worked better than ours yesterday, didn't it, Miss McKenna? McKenna's helping me film. Turn it around and say hi.
Hi.
That's my daughter, McKenna. She is a senior in high school and she's home with us. We've been playing board games. We've been making the most of this family time. What do you think, McKenna? It's pulling away right there. The top feels a little wet. 15 more seconds. You just have to judge this based on your own microwave. So now that was a total of 90 seconds. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It's delicious. It is pulling away. The top is dry. Now we let it sit. And it says to let it sit and cool for at least 1 minute. And then once it's cool, we'll top it with our whipped cream, our blue sprinkles. I have pink sprinkles too, but I think since it's for Pigeon for his birthday, we're gonna make it blue. And that's it. Now, let me just say one thing. When you're helping your parents in the kitchen cook, it's such a good idea to keep your hands clean and help them with the dishes if they let you. You help them and you be a bucket filler and they will love what you do with them. Okay, while that's cooling, I'm just gonna speed this up a little. I'm gonna go ahead and put my whipped cream on mine. I'm gonna do my Pigeon sprinkles. Woo! Look at that. And I am going to put in Pigeon. Okay. Now, our cake is cooled and we're ready to go. I've got my birthday candle for Pigeon. I'm gonna light it. Is this something that children should do? Should children play with fire or matches at home? Goodness, no. Absolutely not. But I'm an adult and I can use this. Okay, stay right here, friends. Everybody, sing with me. McKenna, that includes you. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pigeon. Happy birthday to you. Yay, Pigeon! I'm not sure how old you are, but it's your birthday and we want to celebrate you. Blow out the candle, Pigeon. Yay! I hope you made a wish. Okay, friends, let's give it a taste. Oh boy, I am so excited. Look at this cake. Pigeon, does that look amazing? Not too hot. Friends, you're going to love this as much as I love you. See you next time. Bye, Pigeon. Mwah.